Cyberbrainer is an online training platform designed to help individuals and teams learn the latest technologies and become certified professionals, producing a comprehensive learning experience.
Information. Who's the supervisor? Who's going to be, which department is he working for, what is this be, etc. This is an example for a single instance of a worker which is going to pull in the last or the latest information of the worker. Business object. Alright, and if I'm going to pick the entire worker history right from startup time, he would have started something like 15 or 20 years back, right from 2000 onwards till date. If I'm going to pick multiple instances of the same worker, I call such a field as a multi-instance field. Right, so let us go across from here to calculated fields. I also have over here something called as Workday delivered, and let me show you, apart from Workday delivered, what else can be available. I may see there are any custom fields created over here. Alright. So, if you see over here, apart from those which are delivered by Workday, I can also create the new fields or custom fields as per my requirement, in any of the business objects which are available. For example, somebody has created this particular field, which is, whether it is an active field, active location in US or not, those who are from a database background, just like creating a new column in your database table. That is exactly what it is. And for those in the non-technical background, apart from those which are already available in my business object. I can also create new fields apart from those which are created, and again, those fields can be any of the type that I want to have it. I can have it as this one, for example, this is a Boolean field, which means this field says whether is it an active location in US or not, and it can have only two values, either a yes or a no. This is going to be a binary field type, clear. Similarly, I can create multiple calculated fields. That is the terminology which we use in Workday, or simply put custom fields which you want to create as per your own requirement. Clear on this, what exactly is meant by a calculated field? A calculated field, in a nutshell, is nothing but a new custom field which you are going to be creating in your Workday instance in any business object. Now I picked location. You can similarly create a new calculated field in any business object, be it worker name, location, position, anywhere. I can create this in any of the business object as per my requirement. So now we'll just go across to what is called as calculated field. So we are going to be looking at something called as calculated fields. Like I said, calculated fields is nothing but creating your own new calculated fields apart from what Workday has given you. And what could be the possible results I can draw out of a calculated fields is all the field types that you saw earlier, which could be like a date arithmetic, which is like a numeric or an alphanumeric text, Boolean currency, single or multi-instance fields as well. Alright, you can create any type of fields that you want to do. And the purpose of those fields is if I want to use it in my business process considerations or if I want to perform some mathematical calculations, for example. Let me say that in the US, a very, very common kind of a deduction which some of you in the US may be interested in. What you may know is for your benefits or sorry. What is that 401k? A 401k benefits deduction. For this particular 401k deduction, usually it is provided or more an Indian type of an example I would say is something like your PF deductions. So some of you know that PF deductions is going to be something like 12% of your basic. Now if, for example, forget that Workday has already provided a field as a part of this, but if you want to create a field which is called as PF deduction, and how that is going to actually work is it is going to be 12% of your basic pay. So your arithmetic calculation is going to be 12% of your basic pay, and a similar field is what you are going to be creating, and you're going to use it in your payroll calculations. Are you guys got clear on extract exactly what is going to be a live business scenario as well? Buy it in the US or in India. These are kind of the fields which I could possibly create in my payroll relevant stuff. First and foremost, what are the different new fields that you can do? I can perform date calculations and formatting, for example. Every organization may have a new or a policy. In terms of a retirement age, some people may have something like 65 years. Some organizations may have 58 years. So I need to perform a date arithmetic calculation where I say your date plus your date of birth, plus 58 or 60 or 65 years as my date calculation. So we have specific fields which can be created to compute your retirement date. Mathematical calculations, just like what I showed you earlier, or I actually told you earlier about computing your provident fund or your relevant 401k deduction in the US or other stuff. And then, in terms of manipulating text for concatenation or other stuff, if I want to have my full name, just like what you do it in your Excel or Word, I say concatenate, so that's going to be my full name, which is a concatenated version of my first name and last name. That's what it is going to be clear on this, and next, convert your currency fields. So, for example, this is again other common example is going to be your payroll. Like I said in your own payroll, your conversion of your currency fields, probably your. If I go to your finance side of things, your business may pay you in dollars and say that you may be paid a certain amount of dollars. So your salary of, say, $30 or $40 an hour, but when you are going to be working out of offshore your billing rate is going to be only $30 or $40. But that needs to be converted into your appropriate INR value. Your appropriate INR value. So Workday has the conversion, as on that particular date your currency conversion rates are automatically available and which also gets refreshed. So if I want to have some kind of a conversion fields and other stuff, I can use this particular fields as well. And again, your ranges, like we saw the other day about your grade, profile, salary ranges. I can also have certain fields, which is going to give me the min and the maximum salary ranges for a specific grade and grade profile. For example, I am going to have a Workday consultant position based out of the US. For New York, my salary range could be something like 120 to 140K a year, whereas if it is going to be like a mid-tier city, like, say, it's going to be Charlotte, or it's going to be Tennessee or Chicago, I could have my salary in the band of, say, 80 to 100K. So I can have something like a salary band for the different currency or number of fields as well.
Please do like, share and subscribe to our channel.